So this video, okay, let me know when to start.
Yes, you may start. Yes.
Okay, so you can
The
start
warm up.
now. Give me a go ahead.
Go ahead.
So this is just the sequence of the Zhong, and I will explain what each of the movement actually really does for our body. And if you want to do it in a different sequence or just want to do a few of this and not all of it, it's still okay too. But this is what we do in 1/3 of our class every week. So the first one we do, we always, when we actually do the warm-up, we usually always make sure that the feet shoulder width, okay, but if you want to actually do a bigger stance, it's okay too, but it could be just shoulder width, it would be ideal. You relax the knees and you relax the hips so you don't stand straight because it blocks all the energy and the blood flow. So what you do is you relax. So the first one we do is usually just really loosening the wrist. And when we do this, make sure that we lower or relax the shoulders and we relax the elbows. And when we do this, it's very similar to actually changing light bulbs, at least in my day, so we're changing light bulbs. And you're holding a ball in your palm. And the idea is to actually make sure the wrist, okay, gets as loose as possible. So the next one we do, now we sensitize the tiger mouth. The next one we do is actually equal hands, equal force, or what I call opposite hands, equal force. The going out is pushing the energy out, which is the yang force, the active one. The going in, the bringing it back in, is the yin force, which is the one that actually counterbalance what it goes out. It keeps our energy in balance. So as we push out, the hand that goes out has an equivalent amount of energy with the hand that actually come back in. And when we actually do this, it's like having a rubber band between our wrists, so there is tension. And it is at heart level. So that helps us to feel what is opposite hands, equal force. The next one we do usually is cutting the cake and taming the tiger. Most of us are very good with the active hand, which is cutting the cake, and we use this blade here. This is the blade. This is the handle. So we cut with the elbow, and the elbow is connected to the Ming Moon, which is actually the gate of life. Right, if we push something through from the belly button, comes back in the end, okay, is where there is a, so this is actually slightly going in. This is the Ming Moon. So when we do this, the elbows are connected to the Ming Moon. When we turn, we hold the hips steady without turning. We don't turn like this. We turn with the elbows so that there's a connection to the back. So the hand that tames the tiger is the yin hand, which is the calming, nourishing, grounding, balancing hand. So this is called cutting the cake, yang, taming the tiger, yin. And again, repeating myself, we're moving with the elbows. Elbow, elbow. And what it also does is that it actually moves our shoulder blades. This opens the shoulder blade at the back. This closes the shoulder blade. So it actually is causing or creating a movement there. So each of these movements, we can do it for a few minutes. We can do it for a long time, depending on whether or not you need it. So the next one is actually really about opening our solar plexus. So imagine a rubber band between the two thumbs, and we actually start opening, stretching the rubber band, and we're pushing against the two walls, imaginary walls on the side, with our palm, with the tiger palm, not with the fingers. We push, and then we turn, hold the cups of tea. Make sure that the shoulders are not tight, and then we bring it to the back. If we can, get them to meet, and right here, this opens the solar plexus. Bring it to the back with the tea cup, and then come back here. And then. So again, equal hands or equal force, opposite direction, equal force. Breathe in, turn, breathe out. Breathe in again, come back, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in to expand the lungs. Breathe out. And now we're starting to work on the shoulder blades. So the next one, we're going to actually start some rapid movements. So the first one we're going to do will be just swinging. So with this is actually like the pendulum. So it swings, and the more relaxed you are, the better. So what you do is you tap your shoulders, turn your back, turn your neck towards the back, follow the turn, and then the back hand actually try and create vibration or tapping the kidney. And again, trying to hold the hips still, but push from the floor. Push from the floor to turn. And the more relaxed you are, the more you can create enough vibration to open your shoulders as well as to strengthen your kidneys. So you can actually do this 100 times, 50 times, depending on how you need it, or if you need it. The next one is what I call the backward choo-choo train. So you're doing a circle, and it's a vertical plane. So there's a plane here, there's a plane here. You don't do this. So some of us call it fried rice. You make a circle, and what you do is you're helping the shoulder blades to actually do rotational movements. And you lift the shoulders, and you go down, up, down, up, down. And when you loosen the knees and the hips, okay, it seems like you're bouncing. And what you're also doing is you're moving the shoulder blades. So the next one that you do, and this is very important, and this is actually just the swinging the hands. You gather the energy up, turn, push down with your tiger mouth. Gather, turn. Gather, push down. Gather, push down. Gather, push down. So what it does is that it lifts the diaphragm, plus it actually lifts everything up and it pushes it down. So you're moving a lot of the internals, and even at the back, you are actually mobilizing or exercising your kidneys, because it creates movements everywhere, plus that it opens your lymphatic system here. So I would actually suggest people who actually do this for warm-up to feel good, maybe 100, 200 people who actually are sick with the flu or have some other serious issues, I suggest 1,000 times a day. So that finishes all the upper movements. So comes back to the Donyu, which I have a separate video already on the Donyu. So my suggestion for the Donyu is that we do it every day. And our target for doing this Donyu, and I don't need to provide detailed instructions, our target for this Donyu should be that you should be able to do it continuously for 25 to 30 times, right? Or actually target for that, but without hurting your knees. So then the next one will be your Toyu. And again, I've got a separate video for the Toyu, so I'm not going to explain further. And that actually strengthens, okay, anything from the hip down. So make sure that you do it on both sides. Okay, so after the Toyu, okay, what we would do is we would actually do the flapping. Open and then close with the thumb inside. This one you need to do 100 times without tightening the shoulders. So this one actually is helping us to open quite a few meridian, okay, systems down here, the gallbladder, the kidney, you know, as well as the liver, which actually runs inside. So then the last one is that we actually do the stretching, the yoga stretch, which is the sun salutation. And again, this salutation, I have a separate video that you can actually go back to. Up, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And you do it a lot slower than this, but I'm just demonstrating. Breathe in and breathe out. So you do it 5 times. And then the very last one is actually doing the squat, which again, it's just something that we just need to do over practice. And this would probably be the end of the warm-up exercise if you can do everything. But when you squat, make sure that your knee is right above the toe and you don't collapse the knee, because this doesn't work. You have to actually open this one here so that you can actually really stretch, okay, the inner thigh muscles. And then afterwards, when you get up, make sure that you get up with support and not just get yourself up.